Hey everyone, welcome back to Evony with Genghis. So we're in my Discord here. If you want to join, link to do so is in the description to the video. And we got a great video suggestion by Bad Story Dan. He runs the Evony Battle Mechanics Discord. Link to join is in the description to the video. And basically, he did some math in his head and he thinks that, you can get about 12,000 free stamina a week if you open up your stamina slowly. Just like, when you're at zero, open up one 100 pack and go, and you'll get about 12,000 a month. Sorry if I said a week. You'd get about 3,600 a week, I think he said. And that's not nothing, as he says. Anyways, but he couldn't figure out exactly how stamina regenerated. It seems that it should be once every 3 minutes. If you use this right here, stamina regeneration, I have mine off because I've always been a person who opens up like that, boom, and then just goes at it. That can get expensive on stamina if it's, if he's right that it's 12,000 a month that could be regenerated, I wouldn't need the discount code going across the screen right now with Aptoide to buy my stamina. Maybe I could just play without even buying any. Anyways, let's get to what his hypothesis, and then we'll help him out here, and maybe you can try your own and let us know your findings. What we're trying to figure out is, does this counter, the clock, still go when you're over 100? So he's basically said that he has a chart here, and we'll go over it. Actually, let's go over it now, and then we'll go to what his findings are. So as you can see here, he starts at 0, 0. And at the 3-minute mark, he gets 1 stamina. That's exactly how it should work. He's under 100 stamina. Now, the problem is when you get over 100, how does it work? So he opens a 100 pack at 5 minutes. Right? So nothing should come, right? The clock should stop. He shouldn't get any till he's under 100. But what he finds here is, if we look at the 9-minute mark, he gets +1. And at 5 minutes, he's at 148. But he doesn't drop below 100 again until 7 minutes and 10 seconds. Then he's at 98. Then, only 1 minute and 50 seconds later, or 110 seconds, as he says, he gets a stamina, right? So what's going on there? Is the clock counting a little bit when you're over at a slower rate? Or is it counting at, and then stops when you're over? Let's look further. So then at 11:35, he opens up a 100 pack and gets over 100 again. He immediately, 5 seconds later, gets under 100. So at 11:40, he's under 100. Then at 13:20, or 105 seconds later, he gets 1. Now, if we look at the difference between 11:35 and 84 right here, 11:10, that's an extra 25 seconds. So that would be 130 seconds with the 105 seconds at the end. None of that adds up to 180 seconds or 3 minutes. So it seems once he's over 100, it kind of counts faster when you go back under. So what's happening? So his hypothesis is the stamina counter stops while you're over 100, but restarts from the same place once you're back under. So what he means by that is, if you're at 98 and you get a minute and then you go over 100, the counter keeps going. Like, once you drop back under 100 stamina, you're already at 61 seconds or 60 seconds. That's part A possible hypothesis. Part B, the stamina counter runs all the time. And you get 1 stamina if you're below 100 when it hits 0. So what that one means is, if you're at 98 and you go up to 2 minutes and 59 seconds and stop and then go over 100, the stamina counter will keep going. It'll get to 3 minutes, and then as soon as you get back under, it'll go again. That one doesn't seem very likely to me, because otherwise, as soon as he would go under 100, it would start again. It would have a +1. Or C, the stamina counter runs a little bit faster than it says. Or D, we don't know. It's just inconsistent and random. So I'm going to pause the video right here. I'm going to do my own research right now. I have my stamina under 100. So look at that. We just added one. If only we had the counter going. We're going to have to start over. So I'm going to have to do a baseline. So that was just 3 minutes it took to go from 19 to 20. So I'm going to let this actually run for about a minute. And then I'm going to go over 100. And then I'm going to keep it there for a while. I'll time maybe a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna I'm gonna kill some bosses, get myself under 100, and then time the difference and see how long it takes to get another stamina going. So we're at 30 seconds right now, and then I have another hypothesis I'm gonna complete after that, and then after that I'm kind of out of ideas. Same as Bad Story Dan, not really sure. So we're at about 45 seconds now, so I'm gonna add a 100 stamina. Actually, I'm gonna wait till it's exactly at a minute just to make it easier on the math. So we'll be 60 seconds in, 1/3 of the way to regeneration. And I'm gonna actually add 200 stamina just because I'll be setting a couple bosses here and that'll get me under. All right, so fast forwarding a little bit in the experiment. I let 1 minute go and then I raised over 100. It's now been actually 15 minutes. Something came up at home and it doesn't affect this experiment because the point is to let the timer go and let's see what happens. So right now we're at 107 and I'm gonna kill my own Viking, and I'll do it with 10 stamina instead of using Nathaniel Green just to make sure we go under, and we end up at 97. And that's clearly under. So in this hypothesis, we're trying to see how many more seconds will it take after this. It's been well over the 3 minutes allotted time that it would take to regenerate, and I let 1 minute, 60 seconds has already gone. So we want to see if it's going to take 180 seconds or if it's going to take less than that because 60 seconds has already gone. So let's see. So we're still at 97. And I've reset the timer. So let's see how long this one does take. And I'll just leave that there just in case we have to kill it quickly. And there's always Vikings available though. But I'll pause the video here and I'll update you guys on how long this one took. All right, so back with you here. This one only took 70 seconds. So a minute, 10 seconds. We could add the 1 minute that I already did before. So it took 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So it kind of ran fast when I went over 100 on that one. So now I'm going to go back over 100 and then I'm going to kill some. Oh, I went with a lot there. So I'm going to set some monsters and I'm going to get under 100 on this one. And then I'm immediately going to go over 100 and then see how long it takes. And then I'll come back under 100 right away and see how long it takes to regenerate. So I'll pause and get back to you. So we're now just under 100 and I'm going to start it, and I'm going to start the timer right now. I immediately added 100, maybe about 2 or 3 seconds there. And then I'm going to get back under 100 and let's see what it took. Last time when I got back under 100, it only took 70 seconds. So just over a minute. We don't know if that 60 seconds counted or not. So this one just turned over to 100 and it took 2 minutes and 14 seconds. So that is 135 seconds. So once again, faster than the 180. And the final experiment. So I'm at 100 now. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pop a Viking. That'll put me at 95. And then immediately I'm gonna open a 10 pack of stamina to put me at 105. And then I'm gonna kill it. And I'm going to put myself back under right away and then see what the timer is, because only, like maybe 10 seconds would have went off the clock in that, maybe 15 or so. And I'd like to see if it gets really close to 3 minutes or not, because the past two were 70 seconds and 135 seconds. So very inconsistent. So let's see. I'll have to do this really quickly.
And so I'll start the timer once I pop this Viking. And now I'll get myself back over. Oh, not that high over. So 10 seconds went by, and now I'm going to kill another Viking. So we're at, the Vikings are so far down here.
And let's go. So we will now be under, and a total of 25 seconds went by and we're under. So anything under 3 minutes minus 25 seconds is 2 minutes and 35 seconds. So anything under that, and the minute you go over 100, the timer just gets inconsistent and faster, which is kind of a benefit for us. So it would really favor what Bad Story Dan was saying. It's now at 2 minutes and 35 seconds, and it still hasn't. There it goes, 2 minutes and 40 seconds. It just went to 92. So I guess once you're over 100, it counts slightly quicker. That's what I would say. But because this one, I went over 100 very, very quickly at the end there, only about 20 seconds, that I didn't gain much of an advantage. So just to recap, these were my findings. So we had Bad Story Dan's chart at the start, and these are the 3 scenarios that I did. I just posted in the Discord so he could see. So my 3 scenarios. Scenario A, I did 60 seconds under 100, where I had less than 100 stamina. Then I added stamina, went over, and took 15 minutes before dropping under, and it only took 70 seconds to regenerate 1 stamina. In situation B, I was under for 10 seconds, and then I went over for 3 minutes, and it took 135 seconds to regenerate once I went back under 100. Remember, 180 is supposed to be the standard. And then in situation C, I went under for only 25 seconds, and then I went over 100 for only 10 seconds. And then it took me almost the full 180 seconds. It took me 160 seconds. So I could have been off a little bit with the 25. It could have been 20 seconds. So it seems like I didn't get any sort of advantage. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you have any other hypothesis? But mine basically is that it has some sort of formula. I'm not going to say it's inconsistent, but I'm going to say that it has some sort of formula once you're over 100 that the clock runs faster than 180 seconds. So like, subscribe, leave a comment.